Welcome back, everyone. Today's video is all about the importance of your core and the pelvic floor during pregnancy. The pelvic floor is one of the most important parts of the body to stretch and release in preparation for birth. When the pelvic floor and the muscles around the pelvis have normal tone, there is space for the baby to be in the pelvis. When the pelvic floor and the psoas muscles have too much tone or are tight and holding tension, it can mean less space in the pelvis. The pelvic floor undergoes a lot of change during pregnancy. The top of the pelvis begins to tip forward, resulting in a significant curve in the low back. The natural reaction is to lean back and press the entire pelvis forward. This can result in a loss of the lumbar curve and an exaggerated curve higher in the spine, resulting in a tight posterior pelvic floor and glutes that don't fire. The common posture seen in pregnancy is the tailbone tucked under, glutes flat, and the shoulders rounded, the pelvis thrust forward, and the rib cage sitting behind the pelvis. This puts a strain on the abdominal wall and you'll look more pregnant than you are. Sitting also shortens the hamstrings, which can then lead to pulling the pelvis into that non-optimal posterior pelvic tilt. So be sure to increase your total daily movement, not just time spent exercising. Instead, optimal alignment should be ribs over the pelvis and pelvis over the ankles. Release tension around the pelvis and ensure you work on the glutes throughout pregnancy with the following exercises. This will allow the baby to grow in the body rather than out in front, so there will be less change in the center of gravity and less strain on the abdominal wall. The bridge is one of the great glute exercises. Doing it daily in your pregnancy will help you build strong glutes, which helps with optimal pelvic alignment. From the second trimester onward, be sure to place a wedge or pillows under your head and shoulders to keep your head above your heart. Postpartum, bridges are fantastic because they offer a gentle inversion and encourage circulation to the healing pelvic floor. The clamshell builds strength and endurance in the glutes and lateral hip muscles. This exercise trains your body for a side-lying birth position. It prepares you for recovery, but note that this is also a key restorative exercise, and learning it in pregnancy means you don't have to learn a new exercise postpartum. The side-lying bent knee lift also builds strength and endurance in the glutes and lateral hip muscles. Much like the clamshell, this exercise prepares you for a side-lying birth position, and it also prepares you for recovery. The plank and variations, including the side knee plank, build strength and endurance in the lateral hip muscles and trains the core to work with the diaphragm, pelvic floor, the deep abdominal muscles, and the multifidus. This exercise also prepares you for side-lying positions in labor. This next exercise focuses on stability and balance. The bird dog helps train the core and pelvic floor, helps work with the diaphragm, the deep abdominal muscles, and the multifidus. The Pelvic press focuses on stability and balance while training the core, the pelvic floor, the diaphragm, the deep abdominals, and the multifidus. This exercise also helps to train the obliques, the shoulders, and the hips. The core breath trains the core and pelvic floor. It's to be done on its own and also while performing other exercises to bring awareness to your inner core. Do the core breath regularly throughout your pregnancy by placing one hand on the side of your ribs and the other hand on your belly or chest. Inhale to expand. Feel the rib cage expand and the pelvic floor expand. Exhale through pursed lips and voluntarily contract your pelvic floor by imagining you're picking up a blueberry with your vagina. Inhale to expand again and let the pelvic floor contraction subside, Or imagine letting go of the blueberry. Do the core breath 3 times a day for 1 to 2 minutes each time to maintain optimal core function. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button for more healthy vegan pregnancy tips. And we'll see you all next video.